to what people really think about you, that racetrack, for them to come out and visit you at the hospital just to make sure that you're all right.
Yeah, it was. I hope I can be there. I'll be there for them too. Guys that you race hard against. Guys that I've got into it with before. Are actually helping get the car loaded up and everything. So that's really neat. I thank the Lord too. This time I knew it was going to be pretty serious, so I did thank the Lord there too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the race car, I know you haven't had a chance to really look at it, but we did hear, and this is one thing I just want to talk about, because I wanted to clear up some of these rumors that we've heard. Is it true that the X broke in the middle of the car?
We haven't. I haven't wanted to look at it.
I bet.
Here, yeah, we're gonna. Vinny Hogan's coming over, and Mike Miller's gonna help, and too, and my crew, Justin Morton. And we're gonna take a look at it real good this weekend, just see how bad it's busted up and stuff. I took it off. We got it off the trailer and in the barn, and that's where we dumped it for now.
Okay.
And then we'll go to town on it this weekend. So I don't know. I know everything's folded. We're gonna have a hard time even getting the motor out of it. The frame's folded up around the motor, and one of the cylinder heads broke off in the end, but we'll take a good look at it. I want to know what happened. This is kind of a spooky deal.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I did not actually see you make contact with the wall. I did see the car come to a rest, and I knew immediately, okay, this is going to be a red flag. This is not good, and I hate seeing that. I mean, as a fan, as a friend, as just someone who's been in the racing forever, it's a hard thing to see. Now,
yeah.
That being said,
I was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to the ending of this one either. I knew I was coming pretty straight dead on, and I've never been quite so straight dead on before, headed towards the wall.
Right. What goes through your mind in a situation like that? I mean, what is your first?
Well, usually you don't have much time to think. This time I did, because I had the car kind of starting to straighten out down the straightaway, and when it broke, I had time to think, and it just went hard right, and it was headed right for the wall, and I did have time to think. This is terrible.
Yeah, I bet. So I did have a conversation with your wife earlier on the phone, and she made it very clear that you have no plans on walking away from the sport. That you are going to be back behind the wheel. And I said, anybody that knows Terry probably figured that, because he's about as tough as they come.
Yeah, we've been making plans. We've got a hold of Mike Miller. He's going to have, of course, John Duty's been helping us and stuff, and getting the car going and really help us along. So we'll be back.
Will we see you back this season?
Well, I hope so. It's going to cost a few bucks and stuff to get me going this time. Who knows what it did, but we'll try. We're going to try, yeah.
Well, I hope we do see you back. I mean, that's a good sign if we do see you back on the track. And let's kind of talk about after the wreck, coming around with the safety crew around you, making sure there's no fire, making sure you're okay. Let's kind of talk about your experience on that aspect, that portion of what happened.
The Mercy crew got there, and they kept me stable. I wanted to get out. I thought I just had maybe a broken vertebrae or something, and they wouldn't let me. They helped me, and they talked me. At first, I was a little bit excited, and then they calmed me down and kept control over me there. Convinced me that it would probably be a good thing to go along, and so I can race again someday and stuff. And so I calmed down, and they just did a really good job, psychologically, physically, every way. They did it. They were terrific.
They're a great group of guys out there.
We're blessed. We're blessed, at Williams Speedway to have.
We are, and I just wanted to get you on the air. I wanted you to talk with our listeners, and we've got a bunch of them, to kind of confirm that, hey, look, Terry is okay. He is he has plans on coming back, which I didn't doubt for a second. I mean, just knowing you and your passion for what you do and how much fun you have doing it. I'm glad. I think I speak for the entire.
You weren't too much fun this time, but it is fun at times.
I bet.
Yeah, we've been enjoying this whole deal. John Duty's been helping us improve and stuff, and it was really cool. All the people that helped us, and the fans, the support. Sam Potter and his bunch just jumped on the car, and my crew Justin, Amanda, and stuff, and Steve Moore. It was really, and then all the people who showed up at the hospital and stuff. It was really great. I thought that was a good part of it.
That's just a testament to really the racing community that we have, and I know I speak for all of those people, the fans, track crew, owners, management, everybody that knows you in racing. Is just for you to walk away from that and confirm with us that you're okay is that that's the most important thing here. We can replace race cars, but we can't replace our drivers, and your race car did the job. I mean, that's race car did exactly what it was supposed to do. It protected you, and you got out and walked away, and you get a race another day.
Yeah, I feel fortunate. It's good to have the fans. We're all like a big family, On the track, we race hard against each other, but we're all a big family.
Absolutely. So,
the car.
now let me ask you real quick. When this whole thing was over, what did your wife have to say about it?
Well, she was just watching me, make sure I wasn't slurring my speech too much, and I could, that I wasn't going to collapse or something. She just keeping an eye on me and stuff, She knew I'd want to go racing again, and we got a sprint car, sitting, a fairly new one to sit, and she wasn't going to let me bring that out until I was well there, and but other than that, she was pretty optimistic.
Yeah, well, I tell you, you're very fortunate to have the wife that you have, because I know she's a big part of your racing program with the marketing and whatever needs to be done. I mean, you're fortunate in that aspect, because not a lot of racers actually have that. But we know that you'll be back, and we're looking really, really, really forward to seeing you back at the track, whether it's in a car or in the stands. It doesn't matter. It's just the fact that that you coming back to be a part of the the races and the activities of the track. Is we're glad to hear that you're okay. Again, we can't stress how important that is. It's just we hate seeing those kind of wrecks, and I knew the second I saw it that and actually it wasn't as bad as I anticipated, which I'm so glad for.
Yeah, I am too. And, yeah, you're right about Perlot. She's been a big support, and actually she's the main push there. But it is a dangerous deal. I learned this time. I was hoping I didn't miss something when I was going over the car. You miss something comes loose, you're going to get it. I mean, it is a dangerous sport. And the cars are getting faster and faster, so you got to be on top of your game. But, so you have to realize that.
Well, and it's true when it comes to safety. It's not just the nut and bolt checks on the car. It's the containment seats. It's the helmets, the fire suits. Now, one of the questions we had: do you wear any type of neck and head restraint?
Yeah, I do have a restraint. I don't always wear it because I got kind of a lump on the back of my neck that it hits. But I would. I don't think it would have helped me too much. I hit pretty hard,
yes, you did.
And I'm walking. So, I guess you can't have enough good safety equipment. I got a really nice seat, and the car really did its job. I'll tell you that. That rocket chassis.
Yeah, I did a great job, and I'm so glad to be talking to you right now, because that could have been a really bad deal. We've seen some bad late model wrecks, recently, even with Eddie Carrier this last weekend, took a really bad shot where he got into the driver's door at the opening, almost like where you would have hit had that car not turned over just a little bit. It just could have been a bad deal, but. Terry, we are so glad that you're all right, and we look forward to having you back at the track. And if you want to take a time to throw some sponsors out there for you that's been helping your race program, or give some shout outs, man, now's the time to do it.
Oh yeah, well thanks a lot, Corey, and stuff. Thank the fans there for being there and being concerned, and all my all the racing friends and everything. Fellow racers, West Coast Industrial helped us out that night. That was really neat, and all our sponsors have been supportive. Chinook Wind, all of them have. But West Coast that night, West Coast Industrial helped us out pretty good. So,
well,
we appreciate that.
And they're a good sponsor. They're one of your new sponsors on the car this year, right?
Yeah. The other ones would have helped us, but they were directly involved that night, so that was really neat.
Right. Well, I'm glad to have the people around you that you have to make sure you're all right, and again, a big shout out to the fire and safety crew, Extreme Fire and Safety at Willamette, and your whole crew and everybody else that jumped in to help you out that night was, it just kind of shows what our racing community is about. And Terry, race cars are race cars. If that one's junk, it doesn't matter. You can replace it, but we can't replace you. And I'm glad that you're all right.
Oh, thanks a lot, Quinn. Yeah, and most of all, I want to thank the crew too, Justin and Amanda Morton and Carlotta, of course. I mean, they were really there for me. Still are.
Right. Yeah, you've got some really good people around you, and Terry, anytime you want to call on the show, man, we'd love to talk with you. You're a fun guy, and you're always full of life and smiles. And man, I'm just again can't express how happy we are to hear your voice, and you're doing all right.
That's gonna help me, man, Corey.
Well, I hope so. Just focus on getting better right now and getting rid of that headache, and hopefully we'll see you at the track soon, and just do what you got to do to get better.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
Well, we'll talk to you soon, Terry. Again, we appreciate you calling in, and tell your wife thank you. And it was good to talk with you guys, and just kind of let everybody know, hey, look, he's okay, and things are all right.
Okay, yeah, we'll be back.
I know you will. All right, Terry. Thank you, sir. You have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Okay, Corey.
Thank you. Man, seriously, I don't care what racer it is. It's good to hear that right there.
It really is, and to hear his voice again after seeing what we saw, it's great. It really, everyone I think can rest easy. The fans, everyone that was there that night, and even the people have seen the photos on Facebook and social media. It really is a testament to what Rocket Chassis is about and what they can do.
Fine race cars,
and what kind of a person Terry Hall is.
Absolutely. So we got another call coming in, and we're going to take this one. Go ahead and talk for a second.
Are we sure we have to take this one, Corey?
I think we do.
Yeah. So, hearing Terry speak like that, it's going to be a road to recovery, and we're going to see him here, hopefully in the near future, sitting in the stands, being at the track, supporting us, and, away we go. We're going to have some fun. So I think we've got another caller on the line that Corey's getting prepped to come on. So let's see what we've got going on here.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is, hold on, let me transfer you over, okay?
Yep, and here we go.
Oh, man. Get ready. All right, so another call-in on the Crocker's call-in line here. We have a regular co-host, Mr. Josh Warbus. Now, Josh, first and foremost, before we talk racing, I want to congratulate you on the recent news that you will be having a new addition to your family.
Well, it definitely is a new addition to the Moxie family, of course. Just found out the other day that Trisha is pregnant a couple weeks.
Man, you excited?
Yeah, I just got to work more now.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I know that you're excited because, the communication between us and Sandy and Trish talking and man, but seriously, congrats. That's a cool deal. You got a great family, and it's just getting bigger. And I know you're on assignment. You're not able to get down here tonight to help out on Northwest Dirt News because you're working. But, man, very cool. Glad to hear the Warbus family is growing.
Yeah, I really don't. White screen tonight. He sucks. I just want to put it out there.
Easy there.
Joel's mic it's really bad. I can't really hear him much, and dude, you were. I was sitting there, of course I'm listening to the show, of course, and I got home and sat down for some dinner and just kind of talked about, work and everything else, and talking about here in September we have our first doctor's appointment to, have our ultrasound and just kind of, check things over and everything else, but Trisha looked at me and said, wow, Joel actually sounds kind of good. And I looked at her and I'm like, sounds good, like in how? And she goes, you just might lose your job if you don't go back down there.
Well,
oh, man.
Let me read you some of the stuff that's been sent in by Trish. Sounds really well. She says, sounds really well. She says, next one says, it's a little loud. Sounds so good. So she's definitely letting us know what's going on, and we appreciate the feedback. And man, it's kind of weird doing the show without you and having Joel here, but He was a little worried about making his radio debut, but he's doing good. He's doing good, holding his own.
He's doing excellent, man.